Well, hello again, viewers. We're back starting another clip. And I hope you like my nighttime recordings with my visitors here. I don't know if you'll hear them that well. Hopefully you'll be able to hear them on it too, because some of the stuff they said, they had some good jokes. Yeah, eventually I think I'm going to start a third channel eventually down the road.
Well, maybe so she said we'll link up for one of the monthlies. We're going to have to go on
Yeah, and then I might eventually start a third channel and do like a vlog channel where I'll have people come visit me in the camper and sit down and
that's what worked
like a talk show.
Sent me.
podcast.
Yeah, kind of like a podcast. Yeah.
It says something about weekly, but I don't know how to get it.
Hourly rate. Yeah, here's your weekly right here. So based on the information, your average weekly. So.
You only got one so far.
I've got one for $198.23.
From workers' comp?
Yeah, from workman's comp.
So that was the only one you've gotten so far?
Yep.
Okay, so that was probably the first one. Now that they figured this out,
Yep.
I'm guessing your next one will probably be closer to that. Because this
when will
this
that
is just
be?
an average. I don't know. When did you get your last one? Was it a week ago or something? And do you get paid?
Like
Do you get
2
paid?
weeks.
Do you get paid every 2 weeks or something?
I
Or
get paid every week
every week? Okay. Well, then
from work.
Then you should be getting it in within the following week of the last one you got, I would think.
What is it? Do I have to go in there and go to that site and
Let's see here.
do it like I did the 198, or is it going to be
Automatic.
added to my paycheck?
I don't know. So what you do is right here it says if you have any questions or disagree with this information, you can contact
I gotta give Jeremy.
your claims and handling office at, and then it's got that information here at this office, and they got a 1-800 number too.
Yeah.
So you could just call them and ask them that, and just say, tell them what you filled
It's
out
got
already
more
the first
paperwork, more rating on the other side.
time. Yeah, you can.
Kind of explains it. I don't know if it explains.
This is explaining how your rate is determined in that paragraph.
Yeah.
How do I?
You can read and understand it better than I can.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't mind reading it. How do I get it if I continue to work part-time or at a lower pay while I'm healing? While you're healing and still working either part-time or lower pay, you may still be eligible for some workers' compensation depending on how much you earn. Your insurer will compute your wage loss, and generally you will receive a partial rate of 2/3 of your wage loss. Your TPD wage.
See, that's what I don't understand.
TPD wage. Okay.
Temporary permanent disability. How do you get
Okay.
a temporary permanent disability? A permanent disability is
permanent.
Is permanent.
Yeah, and a temporary.
How do you get a temporary permanent?
Maybe because it's
disability?
permanent disability, but they only give it to you for a temporary amount of time instead of forever. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why it's TPD.
But then there's the next one down is
Okay, hold on.
what the hell were the other 3 letters? One's permanent or temporary permanent disability, and the other one's temporary something disability.
Who should I contact if I have questions or disagreements about my wage or weekly?
See, I don't know what the question to ask. That's what I don't understand.
So here's what I'm thinking is, okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I think, and you said you only got 100 and something last time?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I think it is,
198.23.
because they were talking about here that the disability pay is where did it say it? I feel like it said like 2/3 of your part-time workers may also receive more than 2/3 of their average weekly income. So 2/3 of it. So it's not, you don't get your full average weekly income.
Right.
So if they're saying, so they're saying this is your average weekly wage, is what I think they're saying there.
Mm-hmm.
So then you wouldn't get that full amount. You would get if it's 2/3, then it would be. Here, let's see. We're gonna go to my calculator here. But I don't know, because I don't know what their formula is for that. But we can get a rough estimate here. Oh, I didn't see. Oh, there's a bigger one down here. What's that one?
And that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's the permanent disability. And are you on?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're on temporary total disability.
That's
permanent.
what it is. TTD.
There's
temporary total disability.
There's temporary total disability. There's permanent partial disability, and then there's temporary partial disability. Oh, hey, no, you're not on temporary partial disability because the wage for that is 0.
Right.
So if you already got some type of check from them,
Right.
It's not that. So it's not the temporary one then, because that says that's 0, and then this one says it's 446 for permanent, and I bet you're on the temporary total disability is what you're on. So
Okay.
that's what I'm guessing, because
So that's
this is your average weekly wage, and then if you're on that temporary total disability, that's the same as your average weekly wage.
Mm-hmm.
So then if we do 2/3 of that, so we'll go like this, we'll go 3, 9, 6.47 divided by 3 equals, okay, that's 132. So you might have got a third if you only got 100 and something.
198.
Okay, 198.
Almost 200.
So so here's what we'll do though. Now if I take, because that's 1/3 there, so now if I take that and if I multiply that by 2, that would be 2/3, which would be 264. Then if you take taxes and stuff out, that would get you to about your 190 or whatever. You know what I mean? Probably. That's what I'm just guesstimating right now. I'm just doing just general numbers.
But my taxes are just Social Security and disability because I claim 0.
Sure.
Exempt.
So well, and because right now 2/3 of this would be 264. So if it's just, what'd you say, Social Security and federal?
Social Security and Medicare is all I get.
Okay.
All I get taken
Social Security. Well, if Social Security and medical take a total of $70, that would get you at 190.
They don't even take that per week.
Okay, well then I don't know. I'm not sure what the numbers is and why it's like that, unless because I could swear it said 2/3 in here. 2/3. Let's see, partial disability payments at the rate of 2/3 your wage.
3 something isn't my weekly pay.
No, they're saying it's your average weekly wage. So on an average, so it could be higher some weeks, it could be lower some weeks.
Right.
But they did it over an average, and then they just kind of averaged it out. So
an average of 3 weeks, and then
yeah, they average it for whatever weeks to come up with that average. So then what they're gonna do is let's see. I'm trying to see if average tips.
Because there was a thing in there.
I'm trying to see if it said how long in here.
The last 52 weeks before the injury.
That was your gross earnings for your 52-week period before injury. That's right here.
Okay.
So that's what
So they take that and they do 2/3 of that, and that's what the.
Yeah. So maybe that's what they use to figure your average. Out is they use that and then took and divided that by 52.
Yeah.
To come up with because the 52 weeks, and then they divided that by 52, and that's how they come up with this number here, probably.
Yeah.
So then they're using that number to figure it out for you, for what they're going to give you
weekly.
And just weekly out of disability is what it sounds like, but they say 2/3 of it. So 2/3 of this, like I said, 2/3 of this would be about 264.
Maybe that's 2/3 of the big number up here.
No, because 2/3 of this would be, let me think here, it'd be a lot more, way more. What's 2/3 of 20,000?
2 divided by 3 times 20,000 is approximately
That'd be 13,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so then
Well, you got.
well, I wish you were getting that every week. I'd be like, hey, can I loan a little bit from you?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You got to take the 20,000 and divide it by 52,
52.
first.
Yeah, that's what right you're gonna get this. That's what this is gonna be. You know. So if I go,
Ask it again.
okay, we're gonna
Read off the total.
20,616.35 divided by 52.
20,616.35 divided by 52
Is
approximately
396,447, and this is 396,468. So they rounded that 8 up,
Yep.
and that's
Made it
exactly what they
four-
got here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what it is.
That's what it
Divide-
is. They took what you in the 52 weeks before your injury, how much you made. They divided it by 52 weeks, and that's how they came up with this average.
Okay.
You know, so that's what your average weekly is. So, and that's gross. You know,
Yep.
before taxes or anything like that.
Yep.
So then from there, two thirds of this is what it sounds like that workers' comp might cover up to 2/3 of that.
Right.
So if they go by 2/3 of your average, they will cover up. That would be the 264 that we had here. On
Right.
So that would
Because Social Security and Medicare basically takes out 1/3.
So with that, so now how
That's
they
why
might
it's 2/3.
how they might do that if they're in direct link with your work, probably with your HR department.
Yep.
So then what's going to happen is they will cover up to $264 of your lost wages. So if you only work, say if you
work
work
10 hours.
if you're not like if you normally make this in a week, well if you made say
Actually, I make more than that.
okay
in a
so
week, but-
so say you made $300 for the week.
Yep.
From your then they're only, even though they'll cover up to 264, if you already made 300, then they're only going to give you the 96.
Right.
Okay, so that's probably how they're going to do it. So like if you made $100 for the week, well then because you make 396, then they'd give you the full 264.
Okay, so after my total time is taken out, then I get
Then you get up to 2/3. They'll cover up to 2/3 of what you didn't get.
right.
You know. So if you already like if you made $300, they don't need to give you nothing because they'll only cover up to 264 of your losses or whatever.
Right.
You know?
That's still
So-
$36.
Yeah. So
I mean, even if I got a check for $36
sure.
a week.
Sure, but now I wonder if that comes right from your employer. You know, your employer. So like if you're
They just add it up, so my paycheck is actually 300.
yeah, so that's what I'm thinking is probably how it works.
394.
And then it'd probably show on your check stub that look, you worked this hours, and your hours you worked, you made $50, and then your check's this much because workman's comp paid this much plus your $50. That now your check's this much, you know.
Right.
So I think that's how it would probably go. But yeah, if you got any questions, then you got this number right here. You can call and ask them anything.
I'll find that out on Friday when I get my next paycheck.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that, and you can then you could just call them and ask them. You know, is this automatically taken care of each week? So or do I need to call and report each week? Or I think your employer probably does it. Your employer probably
reports
it and says he only worked this many hours, so then this much comp goes into his check, and now we send it to him. You know,
Right.
That's how I think it's going to go. But if it doesn't go that way, yeah, call them right away and make sure it's straightened out.
Because I ended up today off because of a couple reasons. One, because I was in Morton.
Yeah.
Two was because my back was hurting me.
Sure. Well, yeah, and I've seen your X-rays, man. Anytime you're hurting, don't push it, because not until you're healed up.
Right.
'Cause it's better to be safe than not being able to walk the rest of your life or something.
And the other thing that was worrying me, because it was so cold out, I was worried if my car was going to start when I went out there. And then on top of that, they close at 2 o'clock in the morning. So how am I going to get a security person to...
She had was you too busy watching Christmas shows.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
watching Christmas shows.
Well, they're fun to watch sometimes.
Elf,
Yeah.
and then we watched the North Pole.
The
Yeah.
Polar Express.
Okay.
And
I didn't watch that one yet. I've started watching it, and then I fell asleep one time, and I got to finish
you
watching
got
that one
that
yet.
interesting, huh?
Is that one pretty good? The Polar
Yeah,
Express?
Polar Express is really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
I missed the beginning of it because I was nodding off, but
That's what happened to me, and then I nodded off. Yeah?
I was so stressed out. I was getting nauseous and all that because I was so stressed out.
Yeah?
Friends up gave me a bath and I slept like a light.
Well, that's nice.
I've washed my
Yeah.
worries away.
Yeah.
that and the fact that I had a quarter tank of gas left when I
Hey Rob, I got a question. for you.
overnight,
Yeah.
and then ended up being blessed by I had the $5 in gas at the gas station across the parking lot, but I knew that was going to happen. But getting the bonus of the extra $10 that she had
Yeah.
for gas, and then not having any cigarettes last night, and then all of a sudden getting a pack this afternoon when I
Because you could
finally went down.
comp it and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, we went down, and it's like, yeah.
You had to be pretty happy when you found that out, huh?
Oh yeah. I was really worried.
That's cool. That's good.
So yeah.
I'm glad it worked out good for you. That's
Can we go
awesome.
get the food stuff from Walmart and let you two talk?
I'm pretty much done talking.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask him.
Yeah, you
about
guys
that.
can go. You guys can
Sure.
go. Yeah.
I could let you guys keep on.
That's okay. Well, I don't want him standing out here in the cold too and stuff.
I guess I'm gonna grab my.
Have you ever broken any other bones before, Robert?
Um,
Before your neck deal here? No?
my left ankle.
Okay, so then.
I think maybe.
Good. Okay, so then when you get drastic weather changes, do you feel it? Does it start limping sometimes and stuff?
Mine gets
Yeah.
stiff.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Because if you haven't, you're in for some surprises, especially with your neck. Because like my ankle, because I've broken my ankles and my legs and stuff too.
chipped my bone and tore my muscle.
And sometimes when there's that humidity, drastic humidity or weather change,
Major
my
weather
ankle
change.
hurts so bad I can barely walk on it sometimes because I've broken it before.
Well,
So I'm wondering
they tested my.
if your neck's gonna feel like that, like when drastic weather changes, if your neck's gonna get all stiff and stuff. You might have that happen for the rest of your life now. You know, when bad weather changes like that, you might be feeling some pain.
Maybe that's why it was like stiff this morning
Oh, sure.
because of the drastic weather changes.
Yep, sure. That would make sense to me. Because I had to learn it, and there's all of a sudden I could barely walk. I felt like I broke my ankle, and it was like, what did I do? I didn't twist it. I'm trying to think, did I twist it or something? I was like, no. And then I started realizing it was because that's the leg I broke before.
That's the arthritis.
Yeah, it's the leg I broke, and that weather change, it messes my ankle up sometimes when it's a major shift. If it's a gradual shift, it doesn't seem to bother it.
Doesn't phase it.
Yep, but when you have that quick shift or quick humidity change or something, yeah, sometimes it gets bad.
It's from nice and warm to.
Yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if he hasn't noticed it in his ankle that he broke, I'm thinking he's going to start noticing it in his neck because of breaking
That's
his neck.
the other one I wanted you to see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the other
Yeah,
one.
your prescription and benefit program. This is one of the first ones you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may not notice it now. You will when you start getting into this stage. Then you really feel old.
Okay, this is for prescriptions and stuff.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, so different places you can go to get your prescriptions filled for painkillers or whatever they're giving you or something.
They ain't giving me nothing. Just my neck brace.
That part of that is I remember because when I talked to you before,
Yeah.
you told him that you were doing fine with the leave
Yep.
was working for you over the counter stuff.
Yep.
So that's why. Now if you had wanted them to prescribe you something back then, they probably would have. And that's what this sheet was for, was to show you the different places you could go to get your prescriptions filled. Yeah, because you can tell this all from right in the beginning of it all, when they were trying to get you set up and stuff and what would be covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think you need to worry about that one. Still good to hang on to all that stuff though.
Oh yeah.
You know, but yeah, and that other one, yeah, just keep an eye on your next check, and look. You can look and see if it'll have a line in there like workers' comp and so much.
Yeah.
Then you'll see what's what, and if you got any questions, just call that one number at the bottom there and ask them,
Yeah. I'll
or
get,
bring it by me again and let me know what your questions are or how to ask them, and I'll try to help you out.
okay. Because tomorrow when I go into work, I'll get my pay stub for my paycheck on
Another Arctic
Friday.
blast this week,
Yeah, we got
tonight.
some more cold and snow on the way again. I don't. The cold, as long as it's not super windy, this holds heat so because it's the wind that really makes it hard to fight the heat. And we got some wind coming and some snow stuff. We're gonna have another 30, 40 mile an hour gusts again.
30 to 55.
Yeah, man, when it gets up to them 50s, it's creepy. Like if I can park where my nose or my ass is into the wind, of the camper, then it's
Yep.
not so bad. You kind of feel it a little bit, rock it a little bit. But when it's side to side,
Yep.
them 50 mile an hour winds, it's scary, man. This thing,
Rocks.
it's like, oh yeah. All of a sudden, one gust will hit it, and the whole thing will jerk, and all my lights start swinging in here. And I can hear, I got my solar panels on mounted on the roof.
Yep.
And sometimes it's like it catches underneath the solar panels and pulls, and that's what kind of helps shake the whole motorhome. And then I'm like, oh, don't rip off the roof. Don't rip off the roof.
Like this morning,
But you go,
it felt like
park
my.
in the alley somewhere, you got wind blocking.
Well, that's just it. Like when it was coming from the northwest last time, or if it's coming from the northwest, then a lot of times I'll try to back in over here because that snowbank, now that it's built
Yeah.
up, blocks the wind pretty nice,
I
Yep.
just hit a slippery spot here.
Yeah. See, now since the wind was going this way, that's why instead of parking over there, aiming that way like I did, my door and stuff is on this side.
Yep.
So if I got my door in the wind, it's any little cracks, the wind can get shoved through easier, and it makes it colder in here. So that's why I
Yeah.
park this way, because that way the wind's hitting this side of the camper,
And now you got the
stay
big
warm on
door
there.
open now.
Yeah. Well, that ain't gonna be all night.
No. Yeah, this morning it was like my throat. I was like closing up.
Yeah?
It was like it was choking me.
Yeah.
I was coughing and having a hard time breathing.
What did you eat last night from this casino? What did you have?
Mashed potatoes and some French fries. And
Yeah. I had,
French fries. What else? Anything? A Salisbury steak and anything like that?
no, I had the popcorn chicken.
Popcorn chicken. Okay, that should be. Was it like? Is that processed chicken in chunks?
I think so.
Okay, that might be what it is because I found out I'm allergic to soy because I used to eat peanut butter sandwiches and stuff because I like peanut butter.
Yeah.
I can't.
And all of a sudden, when my mom was still alive, my neck swelled up like a bullfrog.
Well, it didn't swell up.
And-
it felt like it was closing up.
But that's what was happening to me on the inside. It was closing up on the inside, and then it just kept going, and then it started swelling out, and I was like trying to figure out what it was, and from what I'd eaten, I'd had that same kind of feeling of it closing up. It didn't swell up before, but that thicker feeling inside.
Yeah.
Like strep throat.
And, yep, and I was when I was up at Hinckley, and I'd eaten their breakfast thing I liked that had biscuits and sausage and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think what would be the common thing, and that's how I rounded it down to soy and found out I've got an allergy to soy because they have soy that they cut in the sausage sometimes and in the biscuit stuff. And I just found out again it was good, but I paid the price. I had the mashed potatoes and Salisbury steak at Turtle.
Yeah.
Started happening to me. They got soy cut into the Salisbury,
Ah.
and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is for you, the soy. So something I'm thinking that's probably what it is the soy.
But
cut
it was
into
only
something.
going on while I was like sitting up.
I don't know how
I
it
was
affects
thinking
it.
it
But,
was because my neck. Where
well,
my,
that could be. It could be something to do with that. But if
where my T1 and T2 is.
it could because of your neck thing, it could be something to do with that. If especially if it's happening to where if it was only happening when you're sitting up, you might be getting pressure on a nerve or a blood vessel or something. Maybe
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
that could be. But if
because
it
I didn't have my neck
but
brace on
as
or
you heal
anything.
up, if it happens in the future where you start and your neck's all healed up and you
Yeah.
start feeling it, then start thinking about what you ate because soy does that to me. And
Right.
so regular Jif, regular Skippy, I can't have it because I can eat a sandwich with it now.
Yeah.
But if I start eating it on a regular basis,
Yep.
then it'll. Now, if I get the natural,
Yep.
I looked at the ingredients. All the new stuff they've got soy cut into the peanut butter. But now, if
Well,
you
you
get
gotta stay
natural,
away.
it just says peanuts, salt,
Yeah.
sunflower oil, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that I can eat as much as I want. It doesn't bother me at all. But if I eat any of the stuff that's got the soy cut in it, my throat starts closing shut. But soy sauce don't bother me. But I don't eat that all the time either.
Right.
But peanut butter I can't do regular. I gotta have natural.
I gotta have wild butter or.
Are you allergic to peanuts? Ah. Yeah, see, the peanuts I'm not allergic to, so the natural stuff I'm okay with. But the soy, yeah, I'm allergic to soy.
She's allergic to tree nuts. Any
Can't have
any
almonds,
any
Yeah.
kind of nuts.
macadamia.
But
Well, yeah, you guys should get doing your shopping or whatever you got to
yeah,
do.
it's
I got-
10:22,
I've been
so
craving for,
Yeah, and they close at 11, so you guys better
I've
get
been craving
hustling.
chicken nuggets.
Well, thanks for stopping and visiting. It was good to see y'all.
Well, let us know when you're in town so we can come and swing by.
Okay.
he's always in town.
Yeah, I'm normally always in town, but for the most part. Here or at the library are the main places I am. Especially since I'm not working, Cause
You know how to
income.
get over to our place, don't you?
Yeah, I got you guys marked on my map thingy.
On your
So,
map.
yeah.
My door actually locked on me.
You okay? What do you want to do with this?
That was scary. You see how it almost didn't start?
Yeah.
I found out that if I'm going to adjust the seat, I got to have it running in order to adjust the seat. Don't adjust the seat without it running because it'll drain the battery.
Yeah.
The driver's seat is power.
Have you put a new battery in it since you bought this thing?
No.
Nope.
No, that's probably the battery's probably getting bad.
I think the battery's fine.
You should.
Well, I think your alternator's fine because if you can do your chair fine when it's running,
Yeah.
that tells me the alternator's putting out good.
Yep.
But it's telling me the battery's getting older. If you can't do your chair, if that kills down the battery that much, your battery might be starting to get weak. But hey,
I told you that.
squeeze as much as you can out of it, unless you get extra money. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any extra
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
His battery was stolen for years.
Yeah.
Stolen dead.
All right, well, you guys better get going. They close in a little bit, so
Yeah, you got less than 20 minutes.
see you later.
Yep. Talk to you there.
Yep.
We got a little more than 20 minutes.
And if you're still watching the end of this video, and if I didn't cut out the part where they were joking around, if I missed it, I apologize. Otherwise, I'm going to try to remember it and cut it out. So, because they're a couple and they were like joking around about. It's kind of like a dirty joke, I guess. But and it don't bother me or nothing. But I don't, I don't know who's watching the videos. I don't want them to be offended by it, So I'll try to edit it out. And if I missed it, I apologize. So if I see it in the comments, I'll deal with it then, I guess, if I miss it. So, but hey, thanks for watching. God bless you. Talk to God more often, as much as you want, and we'll see you on the next one.